All right, everybody, I want to welcome you back to another Real Talk video. I pray all is well as we all talk. Give the Most High Yah all the honor, the glory, and all praise and worship. My title says Commitment and Being Consistent. Commitment and being consistent. I'm going to take my time in this video. I got a great email from a while back from you, Tasha, Fear One. Um, you asked me a great question. What kept me motivated and learning the keyboard, the piano? That is a very great question. But when I get through with this video, you're going to see what I'm talking about in this video is way deeper than playing and being successful on the piano. It's going to apply to our life, period. First of all, you already know what I'm going to say off top. Having the Holy Spirit first in my life. And I love when the Bible say things that are impossible with man are possible with the Father. I'm not saying it's to boast and brag or none of that, but what Yah have for you is for you. I didn't go to nobody's seminary school for teaching the word, and I didn't go to nobody's college to learn how to play the piano. The Most High gifted me with that. So as a man of the Most High, Yah, I am submitted to the Holy Spirit first. So while I am submitted to the Holy Spirit, I'm committed to the Holy Spirit, and I'm consistent with the Holy Spirit. I'm going to say it again. I am submitted to the Holy Spirit, committed to the Holy Spirit, and I try my best to stay consistent with the Holy Spirit, no matter how I feel at all times. Now, let me tell you something you might not know. You know why so many people can't get started with what they want to do? Because they realize they can't commit to it. They have so many other things going on in life. When it comes to what they really want to do, they can't commit. But then there's a lot of people that can commit. I'm not talking about everybody can't commit. I mean, look at it all the time. Even in churches, you got people that commit into being in leadership. They talk a good game, but then when it comes down to it in reality, they find themselves not being able to commit. You know, they have good intentions, but can't commit. But here's one thing I learned about when you can't commit, by not committing to something, it keeps you from getting started with what you want to do. Make a note of this. When you cannot commit, it's hard to get started. And then on the other note, why a lot of people cannot start, let me say that right, why a lot of people cannot finish, because they are not consistent. Anything in this life you want to be great at, you got to be consistent at doing it, no matter how you feel, no matter what other people say. You have to learn how to be consistent with it yourself. That's how I learned the piano. And a lot of faith. I can't sit there and tell you how many nights, days, hours, years on the piano alone. How many days, nights, years, and even with the word, it's the same. I have the same format. I pray about it. Father, reveal it to me. Show me what to do, how to do it, when to do it. Consistency. A lot of people want things to happen overnight. And here's another thing I want to give you a little something to think about. Stop worrying once again about what other people say. They're going to say and think what they want about you anyway. If I was to be like that, I wouldn't be here right now. Do you know how many hate mails, emails I got, And people always comment at me the wrong way. That don't do nothing but motivate me, excuse me. You can say what you want about me. And you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna keep on pushing. All that does is just put fuel to my fire. I'm motivated. Why? Once again, first of all, I have the Holy Spirit and I am very consistent. When you tell me I can't do something, I laugh at you. I keep moving. Stop letting other people dictate your life. Your gift makes the room for you. Not you trying to go make room for your gift. That's backwards. The Bible says your gift makes room for you. Now, I'm not knocking people with degrees and schooling and what you do. Hey, I'm not a hater. I'm a congratulator. But I'm gonna say this: your degree is what you paid for, but your calling is what you made for. I'm gonna say it again: your degree is what you paid for, but your calling is what you are made for. And that's why people like me, there's a whole lot of people like me that we have been very successful with our gifts and what y'all have blessed us with. But then you got people that hate on you. You know, they can't do what you do, so they criticize what you do. And then you have to realize in this life, there is a difference between gifts, talents, and abilities. That's why so many people fail at what they do because it's actually not their gift. They may be talented at it, but your gift is what Yah bless you with from above. He say all gifts come from above. Operate in your gift. But then you have talents and abilities. You have to work hard at it. I don't know who I'm talking to and whatever it is whatever you do, everybody got different gifts, but you have to work hard at it. Yeah, you might want to give up, but don't give up. It gets the best of you. Quitting have never done nothing for anybody. It's going to always require hard work. Much given, much required. Hard work. Even when you don't feel like working on it, you got to push on. And that's why I never gave up trying to learn the piano. Did I get mad? Oh, how many nights? How many times I cried out? And see, when I was coming up, we didn't have the technology that you have now. I wish it was a YouTube when I was growing up. I wish there was so many videos out with dynamic people teaching you how to play. I would be way further along the road than I am now. But even with that being said, I didn't let that stop me. It was only like 2 or 3 people that would really help me growing up, and they could only teach me as far as they could. Well, I was looking at so many people that could play dynamic and they had the wrong attitude, wrong heart, and they wouldn't teach you nothing. But instead of, I mean, even with that being said, the Most High still showed me a way around it. That's because I was consistent, committed, consistent. Mm. Who gave me the gift? Yeah. I hope I'm helping somebody now. When you think about what I'm saying, you have to really ask yourself, am I one of the people that talk the talk? Mm. Or I'm one of the people that walk the walk? Am I talking the talk and walking the walk? Or am I trying to talk other people into walking for me? Or am I the one that makes up all those excuses? Mm. Are you really working hard at your gift? Even with being a producer, do you know how much stuff we have to learn? How many softwares we went through, still go through? When you produce your own stuff, that's endless hours, endless nights. And the only person that can stop you from doing that is you. Mm, you're going to produce, you got to be consistent with it. Once again, if you're going to learn the piano ain't something you pick up on Monday and then 2 weeks later, 3 weeks later, you say, I'm going to learn it. No, it don't work that way. You have to be consistent. Even when I had my stroke in 2016 and it knocked out my left hand, I was still consistent, even up to this day, playing the keyboard with one hand. Nothing will stop me. When you have the Holy Spirit, there should be consistency in you all the time. And another thing I always tell people I do, I don't worry about the results. I focus on the process. Too many people give up when they're in the process and they will never see the results. Think about it. What does giving up do for you? Nothing. So you must have patience. Get away from the negative people. I'm gonna give you something else to think about. Some of us in this life think we can't get the job done because we don't have certain people helping us. One thing you got to do too is stop waiting on people to help you. And I mean this out of love. We all know great dynamic people, but if it's not about them, they just simply will keep lying to you, telling you, yeah, man, I'm going to help you. I'll be there. Just put me in on it, and it'll never show up. And then you don't waste it time, on top of time, waiting on people. If I was to wait on people producing my album would never come out. But let me just say digital downloads now because CDs are pretty much over with. Everything is digital now. But y'all know what I mean. You will waste so much time depending on people who are not serious about your stuff. But they always say they got your back. Y'all just excuse my voice a little bit. They got a little hoarse last night. See, once again, by me being submitted to the Most High Yah, I have a beautiful relationship with the Holy Spirit. As I spoke about a little bit the other day, I made my plans, but the Holy Spirit ordered my steps. Let me tell you something. What you pray on, what you plan on, sometimes it may not work out because it may not be in Yah's plan. But ain't nothing wrong. I always say plan like you're going to live forever, but live every day like it's your last day. See, once again, we make the planning, but the Most High orders your steps. It's very important to remember that. Understand that. He orders your steps. That's why I'm submitted. I know y'all probably tired of hearing me say this word submitted. I'm submitted to the Holy Spirit because why? The Holy Spirit is not only the comforter, the Holy Spirit is the teacher. Who taught you how to play? Holy Spirit. Who taught you how to teach? The Holy Spirit. Who taught you how to live the way you live? The Holy Spirit. Who taught you how to be the man that you are? The Holy Spirit. You know your earthly parents play a big part of that. Big shout out to them. But the Holy Spirit is also the teacher. Holy Spirit taught me how to commit and be consistent. And of course, my faith. I don't have small faith. I don't have little faith. I got huge faith. I kept believing until my believing started turning into knowing. So now I know, even what I couldn't see, I've seen the power of the Holy Spirit too many times in my life. And that's why I know the Holy Spirit is real. I'm consistent in living for Yah. I'm consistent in my praying. I'm consistent in my studying. I'm consistent doing videos. I'm consistent worshiping. I'm consistent praising. I'm consistent being obedient. I'm consistent in being the best husband I can be, the best father I can be, the best man, the best uncle, the whatever I can be. I try my best to be consistent in all areas of my life. I have presented my body a living sacrifice to be holy and acceptable. That goes way more than what we think. That means you give your all. Your whole body belongs to the Most High. Even though this is temporary. But are we consistent? Consistent, that means you don't never stop doing it. You got that same drive, that same attitude, no matter what anybody else say. And that's what keeps you going. Once again, even when you don't feel like doing it. Now, don't get mad at me what I'm about to say next, but I have to take it there. In this life, so many people make up all kind of excuses why they can't operate in their gift, or why they can't do this, why they can't do that, or they may point fingers or say things like, man, I don't have enough time in the day. I can't work on my own stuff, and I'm too busy working for everybody else's stuff. You have to find a way. Now, I hear a lot of people say that. But check this out. The ones that I know that say that, look at how consistent they are on Facebook. Look at how consistent they are with social media, tweeting, Instagram, and all this stuff that's out there, FaceTiming. If you add up that time alone on a daily basis, look at how much time you done wasted on social media. You say you don't have funds to do this. You want to invest in yourself, but you got money once again for your habits and time to do everything else. See, that's that mindset. Your mind has to change. A lot of people think when they made it, they made it. But the thing is, you got to figure out how to stay on top. Ladies, look at all the time and money and energy you wasted on that dude who you thought was your true love. You wasted and put in hard work to get him. Fellas, same thing. Look at how you went to the extreme, wasted so much time on old girl in his life. What's your point, JT? What if you put all that same energy, that time, into the Holy Spirit, who will not lead you the wrong way? What if you spent that same amount of time off Facebook and had your face in the book, the Bible, which teaches you how to live, teach you how to be a virtuous woman, how to be a godly man, teach you so many things in life. See, once again, nothing will stop you but you in this life. Now you see why I was saying this is bigger than just talking about playing the piano. This will help you with your life, period. And once again, remember this. If you don't be committed, you can't get started. If you don't be consistent, you will never finish. The Most High always reward us when we are faithful. The Most High loves to see us being consistent. Well, JT, you ain't no millionaire. You ain't got no big house and all them cars, famous like so many people. I care less. I care less. Because I've learned it's not about all of that. I've learned how to take what y'all blessed me with and go from there. See, a lot of times it ain't so much of what you are making, it's what you do with what you are making. More people that get more money than I know, they get more problems, get in more debt, get in more situations that's hard to get out of. And they are never happy. I'm not caught up on the biggest house. Who got the most money? Can't take none of it with you anyway. As long as I am all right. See, the Most High will supply your every need and will put people around you that will bless you in a way way past money. I sleep at night. I love my peace of mind. But ain't nothing wrong with having nice things, don't get me wrong. But just don't let those nice things have you. You can't serve two masters. You're going to love one and hate the other. And we see this all the time happening. Two masters can be anything. Your job can be your master. Whatever it is in front of you, hindering you from the Holy Spirit, that's your master. To my street partners on here that I'm always reaching out to, let me hit your area. And I'm not telling you to sell dope and continue to sell dope. But just think about what I'm saying. Even a successful dope dealer, most dope dealers are not dumb. I ain't talking about these nickel and diamond hustlers. I'm talking about dope dealers that have pushed megatons and weight bricks. They're not dumb. Very smart in math. They know their product. They are consistent with it. And they know their competition. But a dope dealer even knows to be consistent in what they're doing. Always consistent. Once again, am I saying, JT, are you saying we need to be like the dope dealer? We need to sell dope? No. That's an end to that life. Death or prison. I'm saying that to say even when the devil knows and is consistent. I hope somebody catch that. There are a lot of people that's consistent in doing wrong. You even got kid folks that's very good. They very consistent in lying. They not so much, they starting to believe it. That's another question. What are you consistent with? Is it evil or good? I'm going to say this as I close. Apostle Paul, even before his conversion to Apostle Paul, he was Saul. And you know why he was so effective even before he was converted over? Because he was consistent in killing Christians. He was consistent in being who he was. He was consistent in throwing Christians into jail. He was consistent in going against God. He was consistent in being a blasphemer because he thought what he was doing was right out of ignorance. But then we saw that huge change on the Damascus Road experience. So when he became Paul, he had that same zeal. He just changed who he was doing it for. Then he was consistent in the ministry. He was consistent in reaching out. He was consistent. His mind was made up. For Christ I live, for Christ I die. His whole mindset changed, but he still kept that consistency and changed it for the best into doing what was right. So as I close out, look in the mirror and ask yourself once again, are you truly committed? And are you consistent? Or have you just flat out gave up? When I was down in my health, I was consistent, Brother Anthony Hall, in praying. I was consistent in speaking my healing until I got back to normal. I was consistent in my faith. Faith is an action word. And without faith, and faith without works is dead. And without faith, it's impossible to please the Holy Spirit. We walk by faith and not by sight. Just Monday, me and my beautiful wife Dee Dee and New Life Bible Fellowship with Pastor Tony, On Monday nights over here, there's a woman's shelter. And just to listen at some of those women who are going through, who have made, some bad decisions, who are trying to get it right now. And I had to tell those ladies, just because something don't happen on your time, don't mean it's denied. It just may be delayed. Because those ladies, and not only them ladies, but all of us in life need encouragement. And we have to realize when the Most High is saying no, yes, or not yet. And we can't get caught up in our feelings once again. Forget about them feelings. That's my time. I hope and pray that I've said something that can get your attention. So with this being said, y'all have a wonderful, wonderful, blessed day. And if you didn't get anything out of this, remember this: being committed. If you're not committed, you ain't gonna get started. And if you're not consistent, you're not gonna get finished. Y'all have a wonderful, blessed day. Shalom.